What's up, Math 8? Thanks for tuning in with another episode of Math with Mullins. Shout out to Zoe helping me retry this video. Today's lesson is going to cover 1.77 converting from words. So what we're going to basically be able to do is read some words and then be able to write a mathematical expression from that. The first thing we're going to do is talk about all the different words associated with adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. With addition, we're going to see words like plus. We're going to see sum, increase, total, added, to. Those are most of the words that we're going to see today. And if we have some new ones, we'll talk about it there and you can come back and add it. For subtraction, a lot of the times we'll see the difference of, less, minus. You can actually see the word subtracted from. Okay. Multiplication, we would see the words like product, the word of, times, or multiply. And then for division, we have the ratio, quotient. Sometimes you can even see it being saying split evenly for those as well. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and pause the video and fill your notes in. And when you're ready to keep going, click play. All right, so copy the sentence and translate each phrase into a mathematical expression. The sum of a number and 4 would just be x plus 4. Anytime it writes a number, that just means you fill in a letter. Sometimes the letter will be given to you like a number x is added to 4, and that's when you'd want to use the number or the letter that they give you. X less than a number would need to be x minus 8. And this is a really tricky one, so I'd put a star by this one. If you can't remember the order on this, because it has to be in this order, x minus 8, think of replacing the number with an actual number. So let's say x less than 20. We would find that by doing 20 minus 8. So x less than a number would then just be x minus 8. Okay. The product of 5 and a number, the best way to write that would just be 5x. Before, you might have been told to do 5.x or 5 times x, but this even looks too complicated, so we're just going to go with the simple version of 5x. And then the ratio of 10 and a number, you can write 10 over x, or you can say 10 divided by x. Second set of examples, copying the sentence to translate each phrase into a mathematical expression, the difference of 1 and a number. So in this case, because it says the difference of 1 and a number, that just means 1 minus x. There's no flip-flopping around that order. Twice a number just means 2 times a number, so we can say 2x. And then 10 increased by a number, you can have 10 plus x. This one you could also flip it around and say x plus 10, because this would be the commutative property of addition. The quotient of a number in 7 would then just be x divided by 7, or x over 7, or x divided by 7 with that symbol. These are the two ways that you would have that. With division, you cannot flip your terms around. These, sometimes you're going to see more parentheses. Let's be careful here. It says the quotient of 9 more than x and x. So the quotient of, we have this and then this. So this is, whenever you see the word and, that's probably where you're going to separate your two examples. The first part you can do is this, 9 plus x over x, or if you want to group it, 9 plus x in parentheses divided by x. Okay. The next one, 9 less than the total of a number and 2. Well, the total of a number and 2 would go first, so x plus 2, parentheses, and then minus 9. Third one, 1/4 of r is added to the product of 7 and x. So we have 1/4 of r is added to the product of 7 and x. So 7x plus 1/4 r. Subtract 4/5 from 7 times n. So subtracting 4/5 has to go in the end, and 7 times n goes in the beginning. So 7n minus 4/5. The last one's kind of broken off here. Take away 2 from 3 times x would just be 3x minus 2. Again, it has to be in that order because it says take away 2 from 3x. So we want to show the minus 2 in the very end. Our last set of examples, if you haven't had a chance now, maybe pause the video and try these on your own. And when you're ready to check them, go ahead and click play. 5 times the sum of y and 6 just means 5, parentheses, and then show the sum of y plus 6. 9 times the quotient of 8 and m. 9 times the quotient of 8. The quotient of 8 and m just means 8 divided by m. And then 9 times that amount would be just on the outside. The product of the sum of x and 8, so here x plus 8, and the difference of 3 and y, that means subtract. So the product of these would just mean x plus 8 is in one set of parentheses, and then multiplying by the difference of 3 and y, so 3 minus y. X fewer than the quotient of 75 plus y and 3. So x fewer than, that just means minus x at the very end, the quotient of 75 plus y and 3. So we have 75 plus y on the top over 3 and then minus x. If you wanted to, you could also write it like this. 75 plus y is in parentheses, then divide by 3, then subtract x. Our last example, the ratio, again means to divide, of the product of 17 and x, so there's 17x, and the sum of 17 and x, so 17 plus x would be on the bottom. If you wanted to write it with parentheses, 17x divided by parentheses, 17 plus x. Okay, that will conclude our notes today on lesson 1.7. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.